I just posted on Facebook. I read about this earlier for sharing. In the meantime, I'm seeking that you give me money. I've updated. No, fuck, I hate doing that. Sneezing into my hair. Isn't the right sneeze? I updated my bio on Facebook. Not on Instagram though. Also, it'll take me like a few days to remove my GoFundMe campaign link there. People will still could ask me, hey, do you still need money? And give me money through another way. He's stealing my money so that I feature how Jennifer Bonilla lives. So why would I show the lives of any of the illegal prostitutes that they hire and have them stay in my homes without my permission? They're not even my husband. My parents felt bad for them for wanting to have sex with me at least once. And they couldn't get it together. They want to take me hostage, kill me, so it seems like that's the consensus, that their idea is much more to kill me than have sex with me. So they went on to fill the homes that. Oh fuck! There's a hair there. What else? Anyways, so they went on to fill the homes that were built, I assume, with the profits of the artwork that he and I painted together in Doodle for he to have sex if I was interested. So he went on to use that as a pleasure house for all the people that he attended orgies with, and see what they paint in my art studio. What they cook in the kitchen. Un puerco asqueroso, no será. So anyone that went on to suck his dick, he went on to give my personal vehicle. Had at least 4 BMWs by 1999 that I didn't get to drive. That he gave away to illegal prostitutes such as Jennifer Bonilla. So he should, and I hope not, be asking me to have sex with him ever, or expecting a call from me or an invite to a date. He doesn't exist to me. Seeking the death penalty for him. What else? Seeking the death penalty for Jennifer Bonilla. The death penalty for everyone that stays in my homes without my permission. For everyone that steals my vehicles. For everyone that gets in the way of me receiving money. For everyone that steals my money. It's June 4th, 2025. I just shopped at HEB. Where did I put the receipt? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. So he thinks that as a girl that I didn't have a grandmother, so I'm gonna shoot his balls literally until he bleeds to death. I hope my dog makes that happen for me. If Ramo is watching this, please, Daddy. I'd have to be like a little bit drugged that I will get in trouble with the police. But let me shoot it in the balls and kill it until it bleeds. And there's people that possibly show these videos to Ramon Lorenzo Lorenzo. Anyways, miss you. What else? Because I didn't have a set of grandparents while I was growing up, this big asquerosidad hija Benjamin Suárez Lorenzo quiere que cada vez que yo compre yo enseñe mi recibo as punishment, like I was a good girl. Porque he's a porn addict. Una basura más asquerosa. So that's why they get into one's personal property and into one's bank account statements, and they don't do anything to help one financially. And they continue stealing. Porque he's like creating a port in his head. So after shopping at Kate Spade with her credit card, she died. And then he says that he's my husband, and, like, husband, and, lies, stealing money from people. And then he says that he's my husband, and, lies, stealing money from people. And then he says that he's my husband, and, lies, stealing money from people. And then he says that he's my husband, and, lies, stealing money from people. And then he says that he's my husband, and, lies, stealing money from people. And then he says that he's my husband, and, lies, stealing money from people. And then he says that he's my husband, and, lies, stealing money from people. And then he says that he's my husband, and, lies, stealing money from people. And then he says that he's my husband, and, lies, stealing money from people. And then he says that he's my husband, and, lies, stealing money from people. And then he says that he's my husband, and, lies, stealing money from people. And then he says that he's my husband, and, lies, stealing money from people. And then he says that he's my husband, and, lies, stealing money from people. And then he says that he's my husband, and, lies, stealing money from people. And then he says that some pendejos that were in orgies when I was a toddler in the school year, decades ago, that are sadly still obsessed with me. Ooh. Oh, basically. Ew. So I don't ever want him in my life. I don't even consider him a second cousin. Es un asco. Me roba mi dinero trying to look better than me to his dad. There's no family rivalry. Es un estúpido, no entiende nada, no entiende lo que es una orgía, no entiende lo que es dinero, no entiende lo que es matrimonio, no entiende lo que es sexo. Lo que hace es violar, matar y robar. Es un asco. Es un asco. In the meantime, I need money. ASAP. Who's getting me money today? I missed it. I missed the money. I'm gonna pay for my phone service this month. So, my GoFundMe campaign has been deactivated. Oh, so now he's like, people are gonna think she's a terrorist because she doesn't have a. Still un viejo asqueroso. Y todavía se comporta así. Ew. For. No. Not even before the internet and social media and GoFundMe was made available to everyone, people believe that shit. It's like the FBI has a thorough process of investigating them. He has illegal prostitutes that he calls the FBI. That he always tries to rape me with. Did he drug me and rape me with them? Una escuela asquerosa. I love us full of leeches asquerosidades. Puerca. Que tratan de violar a una. And they break them all. They're disgusting. They think that they're above the law. They literally want the FBI litter in their home every day to feel important. They're deplorable. I'm seeking the death penalty for everyone that stays in my homes without my permission. Everyone that steals my money, everyone that gets in the way of me receiving money, everyone that steals my vehicles. They're disgusting. That's what people are for. Yeah. In the meantime, what else? Who's good? What is it? Oh, I found a solution for my problem. I have a GoFundMe campaign right now. Where did it go? So I posted the write up of my GoFundMe campaign onto Facebook along with a screenshot of my bank account where people can get when I have money, I'll create a GoFundMe campaign again. If I choose to do so. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? You can decapitate a Cristina Carosidad Basura. Que se queda en mi casa sin mi permiso, me roba mis vehículos, se roba mi dinero, gets in the way of me receiving money, try to get me to change the homes that I have listed on my GoFundMe campaign. They're deplorable. They're like, why is she gonna have that expensive house if you and I can steal it from her? They're disgusting. They pay illegal hookers. They didn't buy her kids to rape them. Awesome. Nayeli, Naidia, I don't know the other one. He's a rapist, murderer, and thief. So I met you in my bedroom. A lot of people said decades ago, outrage, with the promise that those people would join the Air Force and be stationed near a Garanoi to terrorize me. For him to brag to me as if I'm gonna talk to him, he's stupid. That all of his kids were near me and I didn't have him in my bedroom with my parents. Oh God. Es un puerco asqueroso. He mouths polyamory and only wants to promote Catholicism, so se prostituye ilegalmente and hires illegal prostitutes. Still, esa vejez, to say that that's the only way that polyamory is accepted. Well, él tiene una esposa en España que sabe que la conoció él se bajó del aeropuerto en el avión. Ya he's like, oh my God, polyamory is this. Porque siempre caen, dicen la gente como un pendejo. And it could be a weather, not that far away from España. Dan un asco, and then because they don't want to promote happiness ever for other people, just for themselves. They're like, yeah, I'm an illegal prostitute. Hoping that people turn into illegal prostitutes. Mexico, he killed my mother a few months ago. Mexico had the most abused women. That month that he killed Gloriosa and my power went off in my apartment. He's a terrorist, he's so gross. He thinks it looks bad from my perspective, but I'm the killer. Es bruto. Él no ve ahí que dice que yo estoy pidiendo que me regalen dinero. Desde yo llegué a Facebook todos los días en 2020. Desde antes me podían regalar dinero. He thinks that one being poor is immediately a cause for one to look like one is a terrorist. Rich people get arrested all the time when looking at police reports. Check the news, Bernie Madoff, whatever his name is, Ponzi schemes. Didn't one of Joe Biden's kids get arrested for gun possession? I don't keep up with much of the news, so I don't know about it. I'm bored. Esto es un bruto asqueroso. Un puerco. I want him near me. When I'm finished with stable, when my vagina is wet, I plan to try. To travel the planet and meet people. Ideally polyamorous men. What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. Does he go on finding out people that won't like me? Le dice, si yo te la presento, lo matan en una esquina. I heard that he would kill everyone that looks alike like him. Or was that Albert? They try to kill each other. So I'm in self-defense. Ew, 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 ew. Porque Albert said, I mean, if that's Alex in the corner there, 5 years younger than me, said to me decades ago, Princess, my sibling said that I need to hate you and you can't ever be near my dick or they'll kill me. Then he want a baby with me. And I don't put up with that shit because they're not men. Because the oldest were raping him, according to themselves, pretending that he was me. And the older one a baby. and be like, Alex, you raised the baby. Pretending that you're Arlene. Very deplorable. Very disgusting. And Bart se casó conmigo sin mi consentimiento. Decades ago. So he hires illegal prostitutes to spend time with instead of me until I take him out a date and then he proposes or I propose. Cuckoo. Cuckoo. Because you're not supposed to spend your time with a girl hoping that the real deal will invite you to be a part of her life because la says lacra. No, you're lacra. And I don't want any of it in my life. What else? What else? Está la prostituta ilegal y el prostituto ilegal que quiere que yo se lo quite. So I don't talk to them. I had them on Facebook before. I'm taking the penalty for them. They stay in my homes without my permission. They steal my vehicle. They get in the way of me receiving money. They rape me most likely. He drugged me once or twice or more. Jenny Jandali, Jenny Lorenzo Basura, asquerosidad, her gender drugged me and gave me to her. That would be hilarious, en serio, pero ¿por qué? Y ya desde diciembre estaban diciéndole a las tías, ay, ya mismo le van a quitar los nenes. Dan un asco. That's why I don't talk to them. They're deplorable. Esa tipa una puerca. She tried to move into my bed. Tried to be Marilene's daughter because she saw her dad at an orgy with her. And she's like, that's who talks about brand new vehicle. I don't like my mom anymore. People are like, oh, you need to do is wait until you turn 18, 16, and get your own home away from your parents if you don't like them that much. So she just wanted to be with Marilyn all the time, like Marilyn was her mother. Da un asco, se muda a mi casa sin mi permiso, me roba mi dinero, me roba mi vehículo. Gets in the way of me receiving money, trying to have a conversation with me, to tell me about her awesome rape life, because she doesn't have a sex life, but she has the rape life. Es una puerca, es lo peor. Yeah. I don't want all this cussedness here that message me. Also, even more heavy than who's gifting me money today? I miss Dana, I miss Gaboni. Calling soon. Doing through. You can accompany Richard Hill, direct me in 2023. Most likely usa esta asquerosidad como illegal prostitute with the money that he has to date me. And since he's not available, she never called me. With my portion of the money. They do that possibly Jorge Rulas too. I don't need to go out to find out what it is that they talk behind the scenes. I know they know each other and they think I have Alzheimer's. Their wishful thinking doesn't become a reality. They've been said that decades ago. They're deplorable. The landlord is bad. Decades ago, that due to her stealing from me, staying in my home without my permission, getting in the way of me receiving money, it was so easy for her to rape Jorge Vilas and Richie Hill at a Facebook networking event where Snapchat was also talked about. I was there as this is how you have manners. Influencing. Because Mark Zuckerberg's parents were, and my parents were really good. So even my sibling Marilyn Carnaca Basura de la Sociedad, before entering the room that day, said to me, so you have a chance, possibly Miss Bubbly Personality, to walk around in the room and say hi to people. So be a Facebook home. So that's all it was that day. Well, they were planning a hate crime towards me, talking about illegal prostitution, rape, and I'm like joining his song. Back then, I was 19, and Mark Zuckerberg said that Facebook couldn't be released because this is illegal prostitute. Carosidad trying to kill me. Right? I have my own bedroom. So what was I gonna talk about if I had no friends and no money? What else? What else did I say then? I said hi to David Ledesma and his family that were there. No, like David raped me. Jerry Garcia was there. Juan Manuel Galiz was there. That Sarah later on that they picked for him to rape me. When Basura la Castellosa and said, "Oh Sarah, you're talking my dick. Pick someone to rape her name." Like, what the fuck? They're so unprofessional, so gross. They're stupid. What else did I do that day? What else did I do? I greeted a few more people. I think Nicky Jam was there, so was Daddy Yankee from far away. I always get starstruck when I see them. Bill Gates, I think, or I imagine him being in the room. Who else was there? They were explaining decades ago, don't take your stupidity onto social media. You're gonna look dumb. You're not making Ali look bad. You're making yourself look bad. What else? What else? What else? What else? These are people of adult age that get reprimanded all the time for being deplorable. They're disgusting. Ew, 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 ew. Because I have family for all these people, including Jorge Javier, because why am I poor? Did he give them my vagina pictures and my lingerie pictures? Usually that's why they never mention like we've met before. Because they're like, I'm after my vagina pictures, a que me lo mama en Puerto Rico. Lo necesita, lo necesita. You can decapitate Benjamin Soros and his sons that rape me and steal my money. They're gonna move mercy money that have drugged me to rape me. They steal my vehicles and my personal homes. Facebook was supposed to be released around when I was 19 or sooner. And I had nothing good to talk about with them. Ish. They were given a chance to stop stealing from me so I didn't have to expose them. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. Anyways, my GoFundMe campaign has been deactivated. Not crying over long. I have a bank account that you can give me money to. When I'm financially stable when my vagina is wet. I plan to travel for Emerson. Who's gifting me money? Truly, I want to stitch in my apartment. And I want to watch Materialist. at a Cinemark theater. I saw about it a few days ago. Oh, what else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. So the illegal prostitute's never gonna let go of him decades ago, and he doesn't want to let go of the illegal prostitute. I've heard it sometimes. He's like, guys, I need to marry. I need to let go of me. I didn't answer them in Southern Ghana. They're disgusting. I don't want that in my life ever. I don't feel compassion over the statistics that is a porn addict que aprenda a ser hombre. Inmediatamente ya. What else? And for himself, no, for me ever. That's hilarious. He made me very happy for the past 20 something years, and I'm just a victim of him having stolen from me decades ago, which he can still be held accountable for. And has rehabilitated himself, but that's what the fuckers do. They steal from one, but if they haven't talked to him in more than 20 years, or at least more than 15, they're like, Andrew, Ali necesita dinero para allá, güey. Mi vaina necesita. I heard decades ago that that's how they would behave. Ew, 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 ew. They're disgusting either way. Anyways, I'm calling Kaylani through Instagram. I'll hang up on this video. If she answers because she's asking. Excuse me. To keep our conversations. Oh, she's so cute. She replied 19 hours ago. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Guess what? Kaylani and I are planning a terrorist. They're deplorable. They steal one's money and they're like, this is when they ask for privacy, is that they're planning a terrorist attack. Because they're illegal hookers, they're porn addicts, they're sex addicts, or they're always looking for fix. And when they're letting it into one's life and then one isn't, they're like, terrorists. They're deplorable. I heard it all decades ago. I'm not gonna find you screenshots so that we can laugh together privately of how stupid they are. What else? What else? What else? What else? Eh, this is from my business account, Lorenzo. What the fuck? So this conversation support your business. This is my child that I love so much. He was always supportive of me. What else? I'm bored. Oh, it's a video call. Which I haven't seen her in a while. What else? I want my something else to go in. They thought they would compare my looks to Kaylani's. They want to be judges at something. The Voice, Miss Universe. Oh, they do this to one. They've possibly been judges already. They're not that non-important. I mean, they're my second cousins. They're my relatives. Some of them go on like right now the Muse of Dior. I'm like, really? Good for you. And one nothing of ever will smell all the just came on. What else? What else? What else? That I could just be like, it's a human, whatever. What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm calling Jaden right now. Who's gifting me money today? Who's gifting me money today? Anyways, my kids didn't steal from me. 20 something years. That's who is responsible for stealing from me, and that's what I was supposed. What else? What else? What else? It's so deplorable. I was trying to make my baby daddy look bad. Ew, 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 ew. I'm bored. I just worked. So they didn't order. Didn't try. She's active. Maybe she'll want to talk. We'll try it. And one that sometimes I don't answer the first time if I'm not right next to my phone. So sometimes I call them twice. Who's gifting money today? Beef. Spit in my mouth. That's exactly how I behave at a restaurant. And then I take out my mocos and I eat them in front of a waiter. Have you seen me at First Watch? He steals my money and gets in the way of our same money, trying to see how I behave at a restaurant, and then shows it to everybody knows that you didn't take that out, would you? Yo, mira en las condiciones que no tiene ni dientes ya. Fuck me instant. Ese es el fuck me instant de everyone. Es un asco. Llevo violando más de 30 años. Steals my money so I can date for him to make himself available to people. Es una basura, es lo peor. Ew, ew, ew. Anyways, always active but not answering the phone. I'm shooting Sarah. We'll see in self-defense Sunday. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Talking the FBI, this post, NATO, Interpol, the United States. Oh, that kind of curiosidad was at that Facebook meeting one day that I just talked about. Una basura curiosidad stays in my home with all my permission, steals my money, gets in the way of receiving money. Declared a hate crime towards me that day. Es una puerca. Ew, da un asco. Humana se fue a Puerto Rico porque que la situación está tan mala, gente. Se murió Gloria Nilsson, la mataron, que Humana dijo, like, me voy de aquí. No puedo a veces. What else? Now this kind of thing I live for. This kind of thing I live for. Well, it just oysters. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. OMG, we're still talking about this. Oh, but some people work on their own. What else? 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 That's what else? 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 It's also about attitude. Some people just having worked 5 days and then be reduced to 4 days, and then I always have one day off in the week. They're like me, and I'm just gonna be so productive. Other people are productive regardless. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? So what am I doing here? So I'm gonna go find a campaign to perform. Right? I think. Oh yeah, because I just called it in COVID. from the library using Wi-Fi. What else? What else? What else? What else? So I'm looking for people. So somebody go find me campaign. Good to know. What is this dish? Oh, that looks so good. I saw some sauces from HEB yesterday I want to try. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. That is so pretty. I want it. What else? What else? What else? What else? Let's not forget that I don't have electricity in my apartment. That my son the last one is to go away. I'm a victim of death. I'm allowed to keep going for what it's mine and for what I want. I don't look stupid for wanting to know. The people that steal from me, that get in the way of me receiving money, that stay in my homes without my permission, that steal my vehicles and rape and murder, trying to rape me, or who look disgusting. I am a victim, sadly. So I don't look like a rocks to riches, whatever. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. I am bored. So I just posted this on Facebook. So pretty. Who's gifting me money today? Who is gifting me money today? So the library closes soon. And I'm heading soon somewhere at a bus stop to catch 25. That turns into 25 ideally. To head over to my apartment because I don't have money. What else? What else? What else? What else? Ooh, I read that there's a non-alcoholic club in New York City, and I'm now just reading about non-ice bar in Paris. And there too, it's called My Own Home. I don't want ice. What? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. But it gives some people anxiety of like, I don't want to visit a bar where there's no ice in the drink. People say, have you ever not drunk water without ice in your home? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I want more water. So who is NYT Well following? Sure, I said Liz Ross. I think I already sent my GoFundMe campaign to. What else? I'm bored. I'm seeking the death penalty for hundreds of people in my family that watch me, and they're like, "What do I turn off to today?" Her little kitty book. Do they scream that I was at the dollar store today and I could have bought 5 of this at the dollar store the other day instead of spending $5 at CVS? That's why I want them to kill themselves. Siempre están metidos en la vida de los demás. Un asco, and then they steal money from one. They're deplorable. Ugh. I've been saying that since I was like 2 or 3 years old. They're disgusting for the most part. Ew. What else? What else? Ugh, that's not the right one. What am I heading to? Facebook or Instagram? Instagram. Messages. Oh, but not from this account. What else? Who's gifting me money today? I was stealing my shirt from chocolate from earlier. I like the material on this t-shirt. No, the stain doesn't believe that it will blend in. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I am bored. There's the write-up that I'm looking for. Llegan de Capita Gini Gendaliris Lorenzo Suarez that's trying to move into my parents' home pretending to be me. And wants Marilyn to be her mother. Porque Marilyn talks about brand new vehicles. And then Nailba Suarez didn't. And she saw Marilyn at an orgy with Jesus Wilson Lorenzo. And he can be married to people and be at an orgy, and that doesn't necessarily even mean that that's one of his wives. Cool. They're snoopers of their own parents, like, ajá, te veo sabría con esta. Con esa es que me quiero quedar de madre. It's like, it's not like that, but if you see her as that person, you can show respect to her. And she's like, I'm gonna move in there, saquen a Linda allí. Yo quiero vivir con Marilyn, yo quiero vivir con Marilyn. Decades ago se mudó a mi casa sin mi permiso, me roba mis vehículos. She gets in the way of me receiving money. She tries to be better than me. Da un asco, es imposible. Si yo ahora mismo, mira, mira, mira. This, I just pinch myself, only one of me. She can't pinch herself better than me. It's that simple. It's that simple. She doesn't get it still. Da un asco. Just cleaning right next to me. That's necessary. You can decapitate Jimmy and the lady so my siblings exhibited with pride. Of course we like her better than Erlene. And Erlene doesn't let us rape her. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Dango Musco. They're deplorable. They're so gross. What else? What else? What else? You can decapitate David Ledesma, que una basura en ferocidad. Then upset. He thought that Michelle Obama would be like, Arlene, don't say that about my boy, David Ledesma. Literally decades ago, they talked about it. They're like, we have a hate crime towards you, velalo, que Michelle Obama me va a defender. They're deplorable. These are people of adult age. Ew. What else? New write-up and new write-up. Oh, yeah. Looks up to that. Sometimes people want to know the bank name. What? A girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do. What? Rose. I'm a victim of stupidity. Look at him there. Look at him there. I'm a victim of stupidity. That steals from me, stays in my homes without my permission, wants to try to show me 30 years of him, raping and getting raped by people, trying to make me feel less than, porque he had sex. No, he didn't have sex, he had rape. He steals my vehicle, steals my homes, gets in the way of me receiving money, then wants to brag about it. I don't give people room for that. My vagina right now is taking some action on its own. Then I only interrupt for myself, Jenny Kilani, a cashier at HEB, very respectfully not having sex with her. It literally stopped my brain possibly of like not sex right now. People that give me food, that doesn't include me having sex with them. But I can't help it but be like, thank you. There, I had sex with myself. I'm that single girl in the library that's always having sex with herself. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I am bored. So when I'm financially stable, plan to travel, plan and meet people ideally polyamorous. Él se cree que yo soy as facilita as him. Él consigue a alguien literalmente todos los días to write. For me to find people that I like, oof, it takes a lot. And then I said yesterday, sometimes like, you're so pretty, without being so direct, that I would have tried to seduce you and take you somewhere, but I'm literally on the way to the movie theater and I don't want to miss my appointment with myself. And it's whatever. I don't hate when it happened, it just happened. What else? What else? What else? What else? I miss dating and I miss getting lonely. I miss date. Oh, I reached the limit of messages that I can send through here. So while he celebrates today at what is it, Garmanier? All three of them, con Evelyn, Marilyn, and Gilbert, un trepa, tres, animales trepados encima. Have you seen them? Ew. There's a girls' day. Informally full. Ew, 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 ew. So ellos quizás están los seis en el Grand Marnier celebrating that I no longer have a cell phone service. And I had to take down my GoFundMe campaign that gives them another 50 years of them raping each other, raping other people. And that way he doesn't have to marry me when I'm not even pursuing him. They have benchmarks like that. They're like, se quedó sin teléfono, más obstáculo para que no tenga nunca dinero, para yo nunca casarme con ella. I don't even want to marry him either. He doesn't understand what casual sex is. Full. He doesn't understand how deplorable he is that I'm not even pursuing him. What else? Doesn't understand any concept. Oh, I'm bored. I am bored. So I won't ever interrupt their little shindig grandma near today. Ever. I didn't before. I'm not gonna start now just because I'm on the internet live. Like, guys, let me entertain myself that way. What else? Even though surprisingly, find someone today. Sometimes. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. When I'm financially stable, I plan to travel, plan and meet people. Ideally, probably on this money. Gonna shop at Nordstrom tomorrow. Just give to me money. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I am bored. I'm seeking the death penalty for hundreds of people in my family of origin. You can decapitate Evelyn Evel Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate Gilbert Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate Marilyn Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate María Angelis Aviles, que también hoy quizás va a celebrar en el Grand Marnier, que I don't have a cell phone service. Entonces él es tan estúpido, tan big asquerosidad de so that people don't find out that he abuses me and says, because that cell phone is for you to talk to your sister. I don't have a sister. I only have two kids and myself. That's it. You know, baby daddy that I communicate through with email. That's all I have in my life. And I'm not seeking for more ideally, other than the casual fuck when I'm financially stable. What else? What else? What else? They're deplorable. These people are disgusting. Él me quiere decir cómo yo vivo en mi vida. Es un asco basura. Es un asco, es una basura, una asquerosidad. Ew, ew, ew. Anyways, so you can decapitate Maria Angelisa Vilas Lorenzo that went on to lose my virginity for me with Benjamin Soros and sons that I love. You can decapitate Jadiel Lorenzo Chaparro that went on to lose my virginity for me with Benjamin Soros and sons that I love. Okay, they like to pretend that I'm still a toddler that didn't pursue them. They don't know like how to shut down the brain. Be like, when I see her, when it's right, it don't happen. But no, he went on to create a whole shebang of killing millions of people with illegal hookers all over him, stealing my money, getting in the way of me receiving money, stealing my home, stealing my vehicles. And then when I see him, I just want to kill him. I don't ever want to be with him. And hopefully it's mutual, so he never rapes me, but he doesn't kill me either. What else? 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 So he wouldn't lose his freedom. So allá María Angelis le dio un orgasmo, gente, primero que yo. After he stole my money to date him. Es un puerco, una basura, una asquerosidad. In the meantime, send me my GoFundMe campaign. I mean, it's still GoFundMe campaign. GoFundMe through my own bank account. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I am bored. Oh, who is the Impact Guild following that I can send my GoFundMe campaign to? Because showed up on Instagram. I'm killing Sarah Mostly in self defense today, and Amber Megan. Oh, let's go. Just for a, what is it? A red carpet event with this. They become cop blockers of one. They want to be the cute girl on Tinder. Ang asco. Sobra basura. Ew, 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 ew. Anyways, I had already sent it to this person to that account. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. What else? He's raping people left and right, trying to follow my footsteps. Edgar's U.S. Air Force orders were very predictable, even to me, and I was shocked that I didn't remember. I'm like, you're moving to MacDill Air Force Base, your topic. The one that I picked, he said, which one should I put first? I'm like, MacDill Air Force Base. I want to be in Florida. He's like, we got that one. Like, oh, I haven't considered yet to see if I'm moving there with you. But good to know. What else? 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 So he has people everywhere. That's great. Does he Photoshop them with his picture like it's him? That due to my amnesia for a while, I kept inviting into my home, like, who is this person? I'm dealing in self defense. So I didn't go on to seek those people in Europeana. He volunteered that information to me. So just in case you're getting the death penalty. Poor guy stopped knowing who it is that he rapes or has helped him steal from me and get in the way of me receiving money during my early 20s when I left my parents' home. After I've been with Edgar, I never think about them anyways. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm using the restroom. The library is closing soon, and I'm heading over to Augusta to get hopefully a free ride to my apartment. In the meantime, who's gifting me money today? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Esa gente que they grew up around, they're so embarrassing. Le dan una importancia a tener relaciones sexuales como si es like, wow, like children mode onto frying with masola and having rape. Porque what they do is rape. Ew, ew, ew. They're so disgusting. Anyways, there's my my bank account number for if you want to give me money today. Oh, I'm not getting a job. I don't even have money for food. He wants more hospital visits from me, wheelchair for him to rape me, or so that I am trafficked into my dad's home now that he killed Gloria Nirsa, trying to rape me there. Es el peor guest en una orgía. Son las peores guests en una orgía. They stalk one so gross. They obsess over one so grossly. They're the worst, literally. The worst. Ew, ew. I'm bored. I'm bored. Need some. Who's gifting me money today? Who's gifting me money today? You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez on his phone. That raped me. They're trying to traffic me into a wheelchair for people to bathe me. That's why they call it extortion. And because they're porn addicts, so yo no quiero ni saber lo que le sale de ese pene. Mierda, me imagino. If he's trafficked me into poverty and he jerks off to the thought of me, then lo que le sale es mierda, me imagino. What else? What else? What else? What else? And that's impossible. So, el tipo es un puerco, una basura, una asquerosidad. Ew, 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 ew. Where's my banana? What else? What else? What else? What else? So, he's trying to traffic me into my parents' home so that he disrespects my dad now that he killed Gloria Nirsa and tries to rape me there. What else? What else? What else? Every estúpida que vio una novela, él se cree que he can recreate, and even if he goes to jail, he doesn't care because he's a porn addict and a sex addict, and he's just disgusting. I don't want that in my life ever. What else? What else? What else? What else? When I'm financially stable, I plan to travel the planet and meet people, ideally polyamorous men. I'm bored. I am bored. What else? What else? What else? What else? Who's gifting me money today? What else? When I'm financially stable, I plan to travel the planet and meet people, ideally polyamorous men. I'm excited about that. Oh, I want to visit the Dallas market. Who's gifting me money today? I haven't been to Dallas since 2022 myself. I drove there and then I was mad that I didn't have any money. I'm not a legal prostitute. El secret, he's a gaslighter everywhere. He's so gross. He's a terrorist. So he possibly goes on telling, si llegaste a Dallas, si no tenía dinero, se prostituyó. Yo llegué aquí y empecé a comprar. Es un puerco. He's not worthy of a date. He's deplorable. He has no respect for himself, has no respect for myself and my children, traffic my children literally out of my home, thinking that I'm gonna have a relationship with him. He's disgusting. He is disgusting. So gross. In the meantime, sending my GoFundMe campaign to people. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. Eso tiene tanta y que esposa. Ew, I don't ever want it near me. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Entonces, because I'm a professional, in lieu of laughing at him for being so deplorable, I'm seeking the death penalty for him. Porque my baby daddy said to me decades ago that if I can't provide for myself and for Jaden and for Kailani, he'll provide for Jaden and Kailani. However, he won't provide for me. So that I scream, shout, and seek the death penalty for the people that steal from me, at the risk of him getting the death penalty too, because it is not normal to be as poor as I am. And he knows that I'm a victim of theft, domestic violence, genocide, abuse. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I miss Dana, I miss Kinlani. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez Lorenzo's sons that rape me, that steal my money, that get in the way of my receiving money. That steal my vehicles. They're trying to get in the way of my dating life. They're so obvious about it too. They're so disgusting. I wouldn't ever want that in my home. I wouldn't even want to be in his home. I wouldn't even want to be in my home with him. It's drug me and taking me there. It hosts my siblings there. It's a violan, and then they show me pictures of like, here's your sibling wearing your apron. Un puerco basura asquerosidad. Well, he used to rape me in my parents' home, and then on Friday nights be taking my sibling dancing with the money that he steals from me. Es un puerco asqueroso. Una basura. I didn't ask to date him ever. I don't want to take it out on a date ever. I don't want to marry a fool. I don't like marriage. Ew, 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 ew. It's deplorable. I'm seeking the death penalty for Evelyn Lorenzo Acevedo. I'm seeking the death penalty for Marilyn Lorenzo Acevedo. I'm seeking the death penalty for Gilbert Lorenzo Acevedo. I'm seeking the death penalty for Benjamin Suarez Lorenzo's sons that rape me, that steal my money, that get in the way of me receiving money. They're so dumb. Every stupid person that abused me through them showed up. Ew. They're disgusting. All for a red carpet event with that. Porque there's how many years? I mean, there's how many days in a year. So they promised Carolina Chavez, Sonia Alvarado Chapman, Erica Gardapi, it was Angela Jobs, that if they bully me and get me to kill myself during the process, or if they get me to kill myself, they'll take them on a red carpet event. They're deplorable, they're so gross. And wanting to be like the hot girl on Tinder. So that's why they steal, that's why they try to kill. They're deplorable, they are my friends. Just because I had them on Facebook doesn't mean that they're my friends. Just because I had them on Facebook doesn't mean that I thought that they would get me out of poverty. I knew when I added them, like way behind in the back of my brain, that I'm seeking the death penalty for these people that I had added to Facebook. So they had an opportunity to give me money and get me out of poverty, but I wasn't counting on it. It's not an expectation that I have, anyways, of anyone. When that person that wants to give me money shows up, it'll show up. Because I mock him for expecting money from people. He puts guns to people's heads so that people don't give me money. Porque he's always expecting a gift from me. I don't even know him. I wouldn't even know what to give him. He's deplorable. Ew, ew, ew. Anyways, one of them already has a gun and he's already pointed at himself, so he should use that and kill himself. It's a gift. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I don't want her ever near me.